Damn, where am I? What the? Okay, don't panic. Underneath me is moss, wet and springy, like a forest shaman's mattress. Above me is the sky. Around me is the jungle, and it smells like, motherfucker, childhood. Not the social media kind with ice cream and marshmallows, but the real deal. Freedom. The scent of your body after football and apricot juice dripping down your chin. Moss-covered trees towered around, shaped like sleeping titans, and giant mushrooms poked through the soft soil, their caps pulsing ever so slightly with a soft light. The humid jungle air, smelling of ozone and unfamiliar sweet flowers, felt almost tactile. I froze, trying not to spook the moment. Everything was filled with the rustle of invisible wings and the sounds of a living forest. Am I dead? Well, seemingly not. Lucid dream? Maybe. Oh, definitely a dream. 100%. I know these dream sensations all too well. The memory of achieving lucidity and training within dreams is alive in me and kicks in instantly. Whew, I exhale in relief because I managed to become lucid, and that's when I see her. No way, I mutter incredulously, because I see a fairy. Yeah, holy moly, a real-life fairy, with wings, with hair the color of the evening sun. But she's not a childish cartoony, she's very much an adult. I'd even say YouTube would easily slap an 18+ rating on her. And if it weren't for the wings on her back, she'd be just an ordinary girl. Well, in terms of height, in a translucent dress, and her breasts. God, what kind of dream is this? Who directed it? And can I buy them a drink? Who are you? And who are you? Maya. Well, I thought for a couple of seconds about how to introduce myself, and a thought spontaneously popped up. Since I'm a stalker, not in the sense of the stalker game, but a stalker like in the Strugatsky brothers book, an explorer of unknown zones, let's go with the shortened Stalk. I'm Stalk. You're cute, by the way. She blushes, as if fairies even know how to blush. And how did you end up here? As if this is her jungle, and as if this whole lucid dream isn't mine, but hers. Well, you know, just like that. Bam! And I'm here. And the jungle, and you're watching. So something like that. And where are you from? From a world where everything is not a dream, I say, surprised at how calm I sound. Like in the fairy tales? What fairy tales? About the Black Prince. He comes from the world where everything is not a dream, steals fairies, strips them of their magic, and takes them back to his world. I've heard that tale, but it's nonsense. A bit childish. She says this as if she's discussing the weather. That's all very sweet, of course, I say, but I'm serious. Where I come from, everything is real, but this is all a dream. She nods as if she's heard this before. Oh, I see. You're a runaway freethinker from the old lands. I also believe that everything is a dream. You're dreaming of me, I'm dreaming of you, and we are all just a dream of the abyss of sleepy eyes. At that moment, I realized I didn't understand a damn thing, but I decided not to mention it just in case. However, I was starting to like this. I'd never had a lucid dream with a fairy before. This was something new, but I knew for sure, if you're already waist-deep in madness, the only thing left to do is swim. Oh, now tell me more about the abyss of sleepy eyes. So you're heading towards it? Whoa, Maya is surprised. Is it forbidden? I clarify, trying to find a safe topic for conversation by guesswork. Maybe in the old lands, inquiring about the abyss is considered a taboo, but here it's only a 3-day journey. How can you forbid that? Well, if you want, I can tell you what it is, but it's better if Godfried tells you everything about the abyss. Who? Godfried, our mage. What did you think? Just because these are the wild lands, we don't have our own mage? A mage? Yes, We have a mage too, and he's from the old lands, just like you. He'll tell you everything about the abyss, just the way they like it in the old lands, from the perspective of magical realism. Because if I start explaining, your brain will definitely melt. All right, let's go. The fairy smirks, turns around, and suddenly her dress catches the light in such a way that her figure, showing through, makes her look naked. And I follow her, because in truth, there is no choice. In this dream, you either swim or you turn into a shadow in the back alleys of your consciousness. And I, damn it, wanted to be in the front row of this insane, vibrant, childhood-smelling movie.
I trailed behind Maya, keeping a safe distance. A single thought kept hammering at my skull. This is a dream. Just a gritty as hell, high-res, lucid dream. I'm gonna snap my fingers and all this psychedelic flora will either turn into a pack of pink elephants or just glitch out into pixels. Maya fluttered a bit ahead, obsessed with some kind of carnivorous buttercup. This was it, my chance. I froze, focused. It's a classic move. Just catch that sense of reality's fluidity. I stared at my palm. In a lucid dream, your fingers always start to melt. You get 6, 8, or they just liquefy like cheap ice cream in the sun. I looked at my hand. 5 fingers, sharp lines, calluses, dirt under the nails. Real, honest-to-God dirt. No blur, no lag. Fine, I thought. Screw the fingers, let's fly. I took a deep breath, cranked my imagination until my temples throbbed, and jumped. I expected gravity to piss off and leave me hovering a meter above the trail. Fat chance. I hit the ground with a heavy, sickening thud, nearly snapping my ankle. Gravity here was a cold-hearted bitch with zero mercy for wandering romantics. I tried again. Closed my eyes, pictured pure light exploding from my palms, my signature portal, my one-way ticket back to a warm blanket and YouTube. I was literally squeezing the life out of myself, grinding my teeth. Silence. Just a butterfly the size of a dinner plate drifting by, giving my pathetic efforts a suspicious look. Come on, work, you piece of shit, I hissed through my teeth, trying for the 3rd time to manifest even a damn Zippo. The air between my fingers stayed dead empty. No magical realism, no nothing. My brain spat out a short, brutal summary. Dude, you're boned. This wasn't a dream where you're the god and the director. This was reality, a different one, but reality. Hey, Stock. Maya turned around, her wings twitching with laughter. Why are you hopping around like a wounded grasshopper, trying to take off without wings? You can keep trying, but it's a waste of time. I stood up, slapping the dirt off my jeans. A cold chill settled in my gut. That portal of light I made to get here, was that a one-way ticket to a world where I'm a nobody? Just a cramp, I grunted, trying to keep my voice steady. Let's just get to your mage. I think I really need a word with him. And if he hasn't got anything stronger than flower juice, this day is officially the worst of my life. I followed her, feeling like I'd just gained the weight of a whole new reality. In dreams, I used to be weightless. Now, my weight was real and undeniable. This was another world, and I was locked in tight.
We were hacking our way through a jungle that looked like it had been designed by some landscape architect on a serious weed bender. I kept stealing glances at Maya. Her wings hummed with a nasty vibration, like a dental drill, but otherwise she was damn fine for a hallucination that stubbornly refused to pull a vanishing act. I tried one more time. I snapped my fingers, imagining at least a pack of camels materializing out of thin air. Zilch. The air stayed just as humid and funky, and my fingers just let out a pathetic dry click. Damn it, no cheat codes. Gravity was clawing at my sneakers with the cold-blooded honesty of a bailiff inventorying assets for debt. Listen, I wheezed, leaping over a root that looked suspiciously like someone's spine. What do you call these lands? Maya stopped dead and spun around. Her sheer dress caught a stray beam of light, and for a second I felt like I was staring at a high-end perfume billboard, just without the censorship. It's really weird, Stock. I think you're well and truly lost. You're in the Elysium of the Middle Reach. These are the Wildlands, and this is Azure Valley Island. In these parts, magic isn't bottled up in vials like in your stinking old lands, where Archon Trump is ready to throttle his neighbor for every cubic inch of ether. Everything here is the real deal. The source is so close that the abyss of sleepy eyes could spot a pimple on your ass if it actually found you interesting. She waved a hand toward the horizon, where floating islands vanished into infinity, wrapped in a golden haze. Trump? I asked, double-checking because I figured I'd misheard the name. Yeah, Trump. Or did I miss something and he's been impeached already and the American archipelago has a different Archon? By the way, where are you from in the old lands? Or did you forget that too? The States, I blurted out, trying not to say something that didn't exist in this reality. This insane world was starting to give me a serious case of cognitive dissonance. Figures, just like Godfried. That'll be a hell of a surprise for him. Get ready, he's going to grill you with questions about his America. Anyway, we're 3 days' journey from the abyss. This place is called Elysium because it's the ragged edge between your magic-withered old lands and the absolute magical chaos of the source. Got it, I said, even though I didn't get a goddamn thing. And what about you? How do you live here? Just out in the bushes? Or do fairies sleep in flower cups and eat rainbows? She let out a laugh loud enough to send a couple of local birds screeching off their branches. Rainbows? Are you for real? Stock, I'm a fairy, not a character from a cartoon for 5-year-olds. I live here, in the Wildlands. We're sort of hermits, though in your civilized old lands they call us savages. But we don't lick the boots of your various rulers. Well, damn, it just keeps getting weirder. Wildlands with savages while the fairies watch cartoons and talk politics. There's nothing weird about it. Magic progress finally reached us thanks to Godfried. You'll see for yourself. And are there many of you outcasts? Enough so you don't feel lonely when you're staring into the abyss. Maya suddenly turned dead serious. Move faster. Our mage doesn't like it when people waste time. He says time is the only thing the abyss can't manifest back once you've pissed it away. I picked up the pace as much as I could, but one thing I wasn't about to tell Maya that I was actually from a different reality entirely, and not from some old lands I was hearing about for the first time. Still, I really needed answers, and I was racking up more questions with every step.
Ta-da! Here we are.
The Otherworld Vlog. Log 04. Meeting a Harvard Mage in the Otherworld and returning home.
Godfried! Open up! I have a surprise for you! Boom!
Oh, not funny,
Gotcha,
Maya.
Stock. You should have seen your face.
This is actually incredible. These crystals, they're glowing.
Hello, Maya. And who is this you brought with you?
I found him in the jungle.
My name is Stalk. Nice to meet you.
He's from the old lands, from America.
Gottfried. I'm from America as well, originally. Come in, please. Have a seat. So, tell me, Stalk, how did you end up on the very edge of the world, in these wild lands?
I'm walking towards the abyss.
Yeah, he wanted to learn everything about the abyss.
You remind me of my younger self. I also left everything behind once and set out towards the abyss. But you can't describe the abyss in just 2 words. Tell me, what is your interest there?
My interest is strictly professional.
Where did you study?
Harvard.
I also studied at the Harvard Academy of Magical Realism. So, you're a mage too? Oh, how I miss those wild student days in our dear alma mater. But tell me, how is it now in the old lands? The archons in the news are lying through their teeth, holding world councils while the elves are dying.
It's consistently shitty back there. First, they start the wars. Then they argue about the right way to name them in the news. To be honest, right now, all I can think about is lying down and just passing out to get some rest.
I so wanted to talk about the old lands. Well, Maya, take our guest to the bedroom.
Okay, come on. I'll show you where you can rest. My room is right there, just through the wall. So, if you need anything, just knock, and I'll come.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Get some rest. We'll talk later.
Pleasure was mine, and thanks for the chance to rest.
Well, get some rest. If you need anything, I'm just in the next room.
Fine. Now that I'm alone, I have to try my last chance to get back home. I had an idea. The exit is where the entrance was. I had to do exactly what I did in my world before I ended up here in this other world. That meant achieving a lucid dream and creating the same portal of light that brought me here. At first, it wasn't working. Then I remembered. Last time, I was meditating. Yes, that's it. It worked. I create a portal of light in the air and fly through it. I slowly open my eyes, stretch, and then it hits me. I made it back, my home. I look out the window, my favorite ocean. It was all so incredible, yet so real. Maya the fairy, Mage Gottfried, the Otherworld. It's a perfect story for the YouTube channel Otherworld Vlog. My name is Stalk from another world. This is my story. Join me on this fantastic adventure as I explore the mysteries of the Otherworld in my animated web vlog. New episodes of this anime web series coming soon.
Begone, foul creature!
No! What is this power?
Ah! What's happening to my wings? Woof, these mushrooms are alive! Woo! This is ridiculous! Turn into a harmless little bird. Now fly away. Ogo,